I've been waiting 45 minutes for this other match. I forgot what it was like to play things that aren't leagues. It's horrible. I just was used to it for so many years. Ugh. Why? I'm never playing a daily again. Just never. Nope. Previous rounds. 9 minutes of gameplay. Oh, that took 18 minutes to win that round? Oh, wow. Okay, so I've spent 27 minutes. They played a game that took almost as long as my entire draft so far. Draft leagues. It's the future. I'm willing to forgive my opponent for this delay. It's almost assured that they need to take a break after that. I actually think their first round went forever, too. Oh, less long. That was only 31 minutes. Yeah, in literally a round, I spent, like, not even counting the other round, I spent more time waiting than playing the entire draft so far. This is not my opponent's fault. Ooh, blue cards. This is the same healer situation, isn't it? I think that in this case, against blue, I think that leading on the Castigator is a little better. However, well, that worked out fine. The reason for leading on the healer here is that now I get to curve out more naturally and trigger my assassins each turn. So we're just blue-white controller flyers. I have 2 sheer drops. I find it hard to believe that my opponent's a blue-white control given that. Well, okay, we each get to play our best common. Only fair. These cards are just so good. I'd like to draw another healer. That would be, well, let's rephrase. I would like to draw another healer, and then as soon as I do, figure out how to work my triggered abilities. But convenient that these play around Royal's Retribution a little bit. Castigator's not going anywhere in this combat step. Always yield. That'll save me a little bit of time. Oh no! Oh my gosh! I just misclicked! Ah, boo. My misclick was so incomprehensible that my opponent just assumed I had it. That's so lucky. That's just absurd. I can't believe that works. uh, I mean, if my opponent made that attack, that's the exact play I would make too. So, oh, oh baby. Oh wait, no. Oh my gosh, there's so many clicks. I think I pressed F3. I've made a horrible mistake. These allies are even worse than the old ones for this. Oh, our opponent's like almost just dead? What just happened? So I'm not playing this land because if I draw a retreat, I'd much rather have the trigger. And if I draw another land, I'd much rather play the castigator next turn than actually play or activate the spawning bed. Oh no! That's not even that bad for me. Also worth noting that I don't get punished by spell shrivel here. Let's retreat. Think I want the creature in play so I can block a lantern scout that attacks. And I think I need to slow roll the land to trigger Nirkana Assassins again. Think is the keyword though. Not actually sure. I think that's better still. I think granting Death Touch is just more important on next turn than in the extra life gain. No! Come on! It's just so close. It's just so close. Now my opponent goes up to 13. It's making this difficult. Yeah, this card's probably better in the Blue-White Flyers deck than I'm giving it credit for. This card also. This card is just great in this deck. This card is just the best ever. 60% to win the game if it resolves, basically. If I remember the stats correctly. Rewarded. I was almost going to snap shear drop the Sky Spawner because it's a better card than the Griffin, but okay, not how that works. Trade offer gladly accepted. Please. Yep. Let's animate a swamp, right? Yeah, that way if it dies, I don't think I have double white cards, but maybe I'm forgetting something. Oh, I just clicked F3 again. This is the worst. think it's just these two. This attack blocks here. Yeah, that doesn't change anything. This attacks, that blocks there, these block there. Put my opponent to 2. If I just jam with everything, my opponent goes block here, block here. Not the biggest fan of attack with everything here. I think it's just these two. Especially because I get to make 3 instant speed power. Had to deal an extra 15 damage this game. My opponents had to deal an extra approximately a million. I haven't mathed. It's just so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or so. The question is, if this gets 1 mana clutched, would I respond with Spawning Bed? Rush of Ice. Because if I'm getting 1 mana clutched, like the one thing that implies is Planner Outburst. So block the big one, block the big one. Take Exacxes. And if my opponent has Reproach, I get to sheer drop the land, which is still fine. Same with Tandem Tactics, same exact issue. And completely forgot I could Scion Token when I was in combat, but realized it after. Or Scion Token to awaken until I got to the point where I was going to cast it. So I just got to put 2 counters on a creature effectively. So Planner Outburst doesn't do it. Felidar Sovereign puts my opponent to dead to like 90% of my deck. Cool. Okie dokie. This is definitely an Ondu Rising matchup. This is not a Grasp or Miasma matchup. This might be a Myers Malice matchup. None of these are coming in. Do I have any dorky ground things that get blocked? Might be time to board out a Castigator. This card's actually pretty mediocre in the matchup. Let's board in Ondu Rising instead. These are great. These are all great. Card's very good here. Very good. I am on the draw, so I do want this Myers Malice, but I think it's worse than all my existing high drops. I think that Ondu Rising to race is kind of clutch. Yeah, I think it is. we'll try this and see. Maybe I just cut the second castigator for the malice. Just go big. But yeah, we'll try this. I don't mind this plan. I mean, castigator. My opponent had two things that brick wall it last game, and I don't think it gets much better. So how lucky. Have I had a healer on turn 2 of every game this draft? That would explain why I'm winning so much. Well, there's a Reproach to play around and a Rush of Ice that we saw last game, and a Lantern Scout and a Courier Griffin and a Blighted Step. Oh, there's a spawning pit. That's so many Blighted lands. Opponent has 3 colorless lands. Definitely not trading off. My card is way too good for that. I'll regret it if I get scouted, but I think that, I mean, even if I get scouted, the scout's going to be obnoxious at some point. Okay. Oh my! What did I do? Just autoplayed my land first. I need to get back in the habit of landfall when I don't have green cards or red cards in my deck. So life points are offset by 1 from what they should be on each side. Fortunately for us, our opponent is having mana issues, so it doesn't matter. The lovely aggressive sheer drop. Definitely not attacking here. That's just been the theme of this draft. Oh, you have 1 and a white up. I will not attack with my Colostria Highborn. Oh, please. Oh. Ew, that's kind of a problem, I guess. Um, how much? Let's think about this. So I get to deal. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to slow roll this land. Costs me a damage to do that. However, yeah, that's right. I think that giving this flying in the long run is more important. This card could be a problem. Our opponent's deck is very good. At least the cards we've seen are very good so far. Fault Grinder. That was wrong. I missed. Yeah, I should have given Death Touch. I'm the one going downhill here. So I should have granted Death Touch and plus O+1. I forgot that was a mode on that card. Just autopiloting through that. Game! Yeah, this should be over very quickly. Oh, wow. Okay. Pylon? Yeah, that's for half of our opponent's life total, right? Uh, I don't actually want to trade 1/1 for Courier Griffin here. Yeah, our deck was just like very obviously top notch great this draft. We had three healers. It's very hard to lose if you have like a drastic number, like a very large number of this card. Not exceptionally interesting. Definitely a good retreat to Hagra deck. Um, Lots of minutia with like slow rolling lands for your retreats and whatnot. hmm Pretty sure this is an Ondu Rising turn. I think I just jam with everything. Like the extra chip shots of damage matter. So I think my opponent's priced into blocking. Like they could block here, reproach here, take the damage. Well, good old Ember Maul Helion or whatever this card has been this game. Yeah, I'm okay doing that here because I just want to drain my opponent out. So much life. It's like Falconwrath Noble from Innistrad, where you just like it would just enter the battlefield and then your opponent would take 1,000,000. Yeah, well, this is a cooler way to win. So 3060 Expedition, yeah, that is. And gonna even fire another draft here because that was like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes of gameplay. That's not even close to enough. One more, here we go.